Hello everyone, welcome back to Gloomhaven. So, I have continued issues with this Inox encampment, so rather than changing up where we're going to go, I'm going to change up what we're taking with us. So, I think things like possibly Skewer will do some good work for us, not only because we can attack multiple enemies with it, but also it's a move 6, which will be very useful. Balanced measure, move X where the amount of damage you have inflicted so far this turn. Attack X where X is the number of hexes you have moved so far this turn. I think balanced measure is going to be great with our combination where we use trample and our boots. So we can't over-equip because we can only take 10 cards. I was hoping it would let me go to 11 out of 10 and then force me to remove one before I get out of the menu. But we're going to have to take something out to add that. Especially because Balanced Measure is not a card that burns. So what are we going to take out? Then we're going to take out Shield Bash, add Balanced Measure, and take out Grab and Go, add Skewer, Wall of Doom, Retaliate 2, Shield 2, add 1 attack roll to all your attacks this round. Retaliate 2, Shield 2 seems like a good one to have. That is on top. Provoking Roar with Wall of Doom seems like it would be good. Then again, what do we take out? The top is a burn and the bottom is not a movement. Maybe we drop Overwhelming Assault, because I don't need to push anyone really in this encounter. We'll take Wall of Doom, so that's 10 cards. Then for Faith, we added Flintlock, so we had more stuff at range, but we also have Swift Bow here, attack 3 at a range of 4. Trickster's Reversal, attack 2, plus X attack, where X is double the shield value of the target. Next time you suffer damage this round, suffer no damage instead. Sinister Opportunity, attack 3, add 1 attack for each target of your... Add 1 attack for each of your allies adjacent to the target. Consume Darkness, add 2 attack instead. +1. What don't I use that often? I'm going to drop Quick Hands and take Swift Bow because we have a ranged attack, and then on Quick Hands we lose loot 1, but instead we can move 2 and loot 1 hex, loot every hex you enter with this action. So let's try that out. We also have 32 gold, so if we head on over to the merchant we might be able to benefit from something over here. Would help if we selected the character that actually has the cash to spend. So we're already wearing armor and a helmet. We don't have any hand items, I believe. No. Heater Shield. When damaged by an attack, gain 1 shield for the attack. During your ranged attack, ignore all shield values for the entire attack action. Poison Dagger, during your melee attack, add poison to a single target. Warhammer, during your melee attack, add stun to the entire attack action. Well, I think then, Piercing Bow, during your ranged attack, ignore shield values for the entire attack action, is going to work well with our throwing knives, because that's 2 targets if we want it to be. Or we can simply have this with our other ranged attacks that we now have if we want to get through shield at some point. So let's buy a piercing bow for Faith. Make sure we equip that. Then I'm actually going to skip the city event because we've done, I think, 3 or 4 city events just on this one encounter alone, and I feel like that's gotten a bit excessive. So with our improved and changed decks and equipment, I'm going to go back again to the Inox camp and see if we can't do things a little bit better. Alright, again, let's do it. We need to kill 10 Inox in this fight. We have our obligatory road encounter. As you walk down a dirt path, you see a hard-looking mercenary sitting on a patch of grass. He nods as you pass. "Hey friends," he says. There is something off about his tone, though. "I don't suppose you might be willing to part with a stamina potion, would you? I'm headed towards Gloomhaven, but I've come such a long way, and I'm not feeling too good about the stretch I have left." With the clank of his sword sheath against his armor and a loud groan, the man stands up. "I'll pay you well for it." Alright, we have a stamina potion, so we will sell Faith's stamina potion and hope that they pay us more than it would cost to replace it. After some oddly tense negotiations, you're able to agree upon a price. With one hand firmly on his sword hilt, the man grabs a coin pouch with the other hand and extends it toward you. You exchange goods and continue on your journey without further incident. So we lose the potion for this fight, but we get 20 collective gold. And what I'm actually going to do here is be very cheeky and give Brutus all of that cash so that he can buy things working towards his personal quest. One mercenary must lose the item, Faith, because she's the only one who has a stamina potion. And we get back to the Inox Guard. We've heard this spiel a couple of times. Right, picking our goals. Have 1 or more monsters present on the map during the beginning of every round during the scenario. Or use your equipment a number of times during or equal to. Well, we'll take Aggressor. And here, have 3 or fewer total cards in your hand at the end of the scenario, or gain 7 or fewer experience. How many of our cards are experience? Experience when next to an ally, or when attacking next to an ally, being invisible. I don't think we're going to do that, so Zealot it is, and in we go again. Okay, same layout as ever. 3 guys and the 2 at the back. So we want to hit hard and fast on these ones at the front and then start working through the doors otherwise, I think. And which was the one here? Move X, where X is the amount of damage you have inflicted this turn. Attack X, where X is the amount of hexes you have moved through this turn. So Trample and Balanced Measure work very well together. We could move through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then attack for 6, which would probably kill someone. Even if some of these guys move, we could still move through their space when we get there. So I don't know why we wouldn't start with that. It will be slow at the end of the turn, but that's fine. As for Faith, we can Throwing Knives, and during your attack, ignore shield. We don't have any shield to worry about right now, so we won't do that. But from here, attack 2 at a range of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We could attack 2 with Throwing Knives. That wouldn't be a problem. And on bottom, we could get Single Out going. So there's our single out. Then we're attacking these two. Don't need to worry about piercing bow because that's going to give us no benefit right now. The elite is just moving and healing the guy that got stabbed. This is move 1 and strengthen self, which all of these guys will now do. Now the brute is up, so we are going to move 4 with a jump and attack all enemies moved through. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one. Yeah, we need one extra tile to be able to go through all of them, which we can get with our boots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We move the extra tile so our attack will be stronger when we do it in a moment. We missed one of our attacks, unfortunately, but that's fine. So now here we're going to attack for X, which is 6. And we will attack the one with 6 HP. Don't miss. 2x is slight overkill, but I'll take it. Right, now we can skewer these two guys that are stood in a row. That's our top. And bottom, we can spare dagger and attack with both actions. Or if we get wind generated, we can attack with piercing. I don't suppose we can generate any wind. No, that's fine. Right, what do we want to do now? If we can move next to our ally, we can attack someone adjacent to our friend. So we will add 2 attack and gain 1 experience when the target is adjacent to any of your allies. So we'll flanking strike and special mixture. Then we will move 3. And we will move... So this guy's going to get attacked 3 times. We have attack 5 here. And the Inox guard has 2 attacks. So we'll attack the one at the back. Sorry, we'll poison the one at the back. But we will attack the one adjacent to our ally. Shaman moves and attacks for 1. We'll make that 0. And we'll take 1 damage there. No problem. Here, we are going to attack through these 2 guys. We get a 2x at the back, but we missed the one at the front, but we can use this attack to finish them off. I was going to move towards the shaman, but we're not going to have an opportunity to do so, but that's fine. Then the ranger goes. A new one has been created at the back. Now we have this guy closest to us to deal with. We will get single out here. On your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies, add 2 attack. So we can do that here. On your next 4 attacks targeting enemies, and so we don't even have to be adjacent to our foe to do that. So we could attack with flintlock or similar. What I might actually do is pull 2 at a range of 3, would put them in line with Inox. And that's the bottom of the card. So then we could do top card, Swift Bow. And then here, we'll pull this guy to us. So now we can do whatever we want. We don't have a bottom attack currently. We could add 1 attack to all of our attacks this round. And then just do a standard attack action. But I think I'm going to do Warding Strength. The next 6 sources of damage, we can gain Shield 1. And probably, it looks like it will just be a Provoking Roar to disarm. We don't want to go on 10, we want to go after the 12. So it'll be Warding Strength, then Provoking Roar, so we go on 32. So the Shaman's up first, hopefully they don't retreat. And it's a good thing we planned things as we did, because the Inox, our Inox, is now immobilized. But our plan here is to first attack at range. Because if we moved them first, then we would be at disadvantage. Then pull them, confirm the target, and we're going to pull them to here. They miss their attack, which is wonderful. They lay a trap. The one at the back is going to progress towards us. Now, our guy is going to be able to put their extra armor up. Or, this guy has 3 HP now. We could simply attack with our Warding Strength and be more likely to kill them this turn. Because even if we get a 0, they'll be dead. And it means we get to play Warding Strength again. So let's do that. Please don't miss. Oh, come on, game. We can push them. Oh, we can push them into this trap, though. I don't see why we don't do that. I love it when a plan comes together. Right. Do we want to move 2? I think we do. Oh no, we're immobile, so we can't do that. So we'll just play Provoking Roar. And we will end our brute's turn. The immobilized is gone. We now have the ranger and the guy behind. We're on 4 kills. Feeling pretty good about things. We still have Flintlock for an attack of 5. And on our next 4 attacks, targeting enemies adjacent to no allies, we'll add 2 to our attack. So it's really an attack 7. So we could kill this guy in a single shot by the looks of it. That would lose Flintlock for the remainder of the fight, though. We could poison with an attack, and we would need to move 2 to get there, which we absolutely can. And then here we would need to move 3 before being able to make an attack. Move 3 and push 1. Move 4. Right, we'll Sweeping Blow to move. and then just do a basic attack action with Wall of Doom. But I want to go second because I don't want to push them away before we have a chance to kill them with Faith. They go first. We take 2 damage, that's fine. That guy just moves 1, which is no bother. So we're going to move 2. Going to move into the gold, so we'll pick it up. Then poison attack this guy. And we hit for 2x, so we actually just one-hit KO them, which is good. So now we have to decide what to do with the Inox. I think we're just going to move into this door to spawn another enemy. Because adding 1 to all our attacks does nothing if we can't attack this turn. We can't do anything for looting, really. So we'll move to here. Spawn this guy in. We have no more movement. We could retaliate to shield 2, but we'll lose that at the end of the order, and then we'll be back round to a fresh order. So we're just going to skip our attack here. Oh, they do get a turn. I'm dumb. I should have retaliated. Alright, well. It's back to us. We have Eye for an Eye and Fatal Advance. I think we're just going to kill this guy with Fatal Advance and then heal ourselves. And on this side of things, we need to rest. Venom Shiv, sure. And with this guy here, 8 HP. Our attack will be closer to 7 because we still have Single Out active. So let's go for Flintlock. That's attack 5. Do we have any other loot on top of card? We don't. And we do still have, though, Swift Bow, which is attack 3 at a range of 4. So we can do that. And a loot 1 or a loot 2. Loot 2 on throwing knives, because we still have our Swift Bow. That will let us pick up a bunch of the gold that's near us. So, Scoundrel. Attack 3 at a range of 4. And then loot 2 gets us all of this loot. 8 gold, lovely. Then we are up and we are going to kill 1 adjacent normal enemy. And I'm actually going to heal with the potion and take a move 2 action here, because we're going to want to move towards another door to spawn something. We take no damage there, which is lovely. Right, we are going to need to rest. Retaliate and heal, we can lose. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. We have move 6 if we need it. Move 3 and push 1. But we do have spare dagger of attack 3 at a range of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move 6. And then spare dagger. Now what we do want to make sure is that with Faith, have 3 or fewer total cards, have 1 or more monsters present on the map at the beginning of every round. So we need to open a door to get another monster to appear. Although this might be next round as well, which will be fine. So spare dagger to attack and skewer to move is good. Then here, Thief Snack on bottom to attack for 3. And Special Mixture on top to heal self for 3. That is bottom and top. Good. They're going on 35, which is last. So up top we're going to attack here for 5. Because they're alone. And heal self. Then we are going to move 6 to this doorway. And ranged attack with our dagger on this guy. We hit for 2, which is fine. They now get a turn. They hit us for 1, which is equally fine. A new guy spawns on the other side, which is all good with me. We want to hit this guy. Unfortunately, we aren't able to attack them at range or in any way where we are. We don't know what they're going to do this turn. But what I might do is Wall of Doom, Retaliate 2, Shield, Self for 2. And then put up my Warding Bond, although that's 2 cards that would get burnt. So then we would only have 4 left, which means 2 turns. So let's not do that yet. Let's move for 2 and attack for 2 with Disarm. That will deal with this guy for a turn. Over here, we want to hit them hard. This will be enemies 8 and 9. So we want to move over towards another door. Smoke Bomb, we could be invisible. Or we could pull 2 at a range of 3, which would put them in the thorns. But we would need to move to at least here to do that. Which we can do with Flanking Strike. So let's give that a go. So Flanking Strike puts us here. No, I've done it again. This is bottom and this is bottom. Alright, well instead then, we're going to move, we're going to invisible. Then we're going to move 5 into this doorway. There's 2 guys in here. Then the Brute's turn, we are going to make a standard move 2. We're only going to move 1 of that. Skip the rest of the movement, and then attack with Disarm. They're not going to be able to attack us next turn. This guard adds shield. These guys all add shield. Right, down here, we want to hit this guy as hard as we can. Attack 3, push 2 seems adequate. We don't have a bottom attack, unfortunately. but we do still have spare dagger, so I'm going to attack for 3 and push for 2. And then move away back into the main room. This guy will either follow us, or next turn we could spare dagger and kill him where they stand. And up here, we are currently invisible, so our next attack will do double damage. And we have single out. So Flintlock will basically kill someone instantly. Unfortunately, we don't have throwing knives any longer. We burned that for loot too. So we need to short rest because we only have 1 card to play. Sure, we'll burn special mixture. Then we're going to... Flintlock is an attack on bottom, and Swiftbow is an attack on top. So we'll play both of those. They're going on 55, which is after us. Brute's up first. We're going to attack 3 and push away. If we get a +1, he'll just die. +0 is 5. Then we're going to move 3. Oh, we have to push him. Goodbye. And then move 3. That's the brute done. Then over here, we're going to attack 5 at a range of 4 and attack 3 at a range of 4. We'll do the one that gets us the experience first. This is worth 14 because it's 5 plus extra because they're not adjacent to an ally, and double because we're invisible. And then we'll attack here for 3. And we do 4, which is good. They strengthen themselves. More strengthening of self. We take 2 damage there, which is absolutely fine. Right, so we need to kill 2 more, which we could do very soon. For Faith, have 3 or fewer total cards in your hand and discard at the end of the scenario. We currently have Swift Bow, Flanking Strike, and Thieves' Knack. So that is going to be okay so long as we finish correctly. And we can attack on top with +3 attack and bottom with 3 attack. So that's good over there. Over here, we can short rest to get spare dagger back, and presumably something that will let us move close enough to proc that spare dagger. We need to redraw something else. That will be fine. So we're going to definitely be playing spare dagger, and that has a range of 3. So we need to get at least 2 movement, which we can play any card to get 2 movement. So we might as well do Provoking Roar. Spare dagger top, Provoking Roar bottom. 1, 2, 3, end selection. They are going after us. Faith is up first. We're attacking bottom here for 1 XP. And attacking 1 up here. They go down. Scoundrel ends their turn. Down here, we're going to move 2 back into the doorway. And then attack for 3 at a range of 3. And please don't miss. We end our turn. They take their last turn. We take 1 damage. And then we win because at the end of that round, our victory condition was met.
Fleeing the smell of burning flesh, you now find more than enough opportunity to contemplate your actions.
We get 2 perk points here and a perk point there, so we have new perks available. And we can exit the dungeon, and I presume it will return us to Gloomhaven. We do not get a road event on the way back. Those only happen on the way out.
How your actions sit with you must be visible on your face as you meet once more with Jexera, this time in her manor. She hands you a sack of coins with a frown. They were thieves and murderers, she says blankly. They deserved what you gave them, and that is all I will say of the matter. I have one more task I would like you to perform. I require a diamond of considerable size for a customer, but I cannot find one anywhere in the city. There is a diamond mine, however, in the southern mountains, long since lost to the wilderness. I've heard reports that it is now overrun with vermlings, no doubt with some other more intelligent force behind them. If you can fight your way in and grab the biggest diamond you can find, I will give you a considerable reward. Now, leave me in peace. Jexera's two massive Inox bodyguards step forward, directing you to leave the manor.
Interesting that her guards are Inox, and we just went to some Inox and murdered them all.
Outside, contemplating your new task, you hear a small voice behind you. She's not looking for profit, you know. You turn around to see a female quattrel step out of the alley beside Jexera's house. She's clad in dark leather armor and holds a conspicuous contraption full of whirring gears and topped with a conical metal piece connected to a tube. Argy's city guard, she says, introducing herself. I know, I don't exactly look the part, but if anyone isn't what they appear to be, it's that Valrath you've been talking to. Sure, she's a merchant, but she's up to something far more sinister. She's been trying to overthrow the military in Gloomhaven for as long as I've been here, and we're all very curious about what her current machinations are. Look, you can go do her bidding like a good little puppy if you want. But if you'd rather actually help this town keep the peace and not get overrun by the wilds, I have a different idea. We'll get to the bottom of Jexera's plans and expose her for who she really is.
We get 15 gold each, 1 prosperity, and 6 XP. There's the diamond mine. And there's the Gloomhaven warehouse. You've unlocked a city quest. You can access it by clicking on Gloomhaven in the city map button or clicking on it in the quest log. 1 quest available. Okay, well, things are going a little bit more swimmingly. We are flush with gold. We have a perk available. We need 1 more perk point here to get a perk available, but we have some things that we can select to do next time. I'm glad to have that mission behind us and ready to move on forwards. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.